Circuit breakers triggered across Asia. Bitcoin down 8%. Ethereum crashing 15% with whale positions getting liquidated. Is this the beginning of a major crypto collapse or the buying opportunity of 2025? Let's dive into what's really happening. What's going on, everyone? Alex here from Moonward Capital with an emergency market update you can't afford to miss. If you've checked your portfolio today, you know we're experiencing what analysts are calling Black Monday, potentially the worst market meltdown since 2020. In today's Crypto Pulse Flash update, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening, why it's happening, and most importantly, what strategic moves you should consider making right now. Let's get into it. Let me start with the brutal numbers. Bitcoin currently sitting at $76,300, down nearly 9%. Ethereum taking an absolute beating, down over 15% to $1,514. But the carnage isn't limited to crypto. We're seeing circuit breakers triggered across Asian markets. Taiwan's index crashed 9.7%, its largest drop ever. Japan's Nikkei plunged 7.8%, and U.S. futures are pointing to a potential 5 to 6% drop when markets open. This isn't just a regular correction, folks. J.P. Morgan has now raised recession probability to 67%. We are in the danger zone. So what triggered this meltdown? Trump's universal tariffs. On April 5th, the 10% baseline tariff on all imports took effect. But the real fear is coming from what happens on April 9th. Additional country-specific tariffs of up to 46% for nations with large U.S. trade deficits. China has already announced retaliatory measures. 34% tariffs on U.S. imports effective April 10th, plus export controls on critical rare earth elements essential for technology manufacturing. This escalating trade war is what's driving global panic right now. But wait, there's something else happening specifically in crypto that's accelerating this sell-off, something dramatic that you need to understand. We're witnessing a catastrophic liquidation event in Ethereum. A major whale just lost 67,500 ETH. That's $105 million after their position was liquidated at around $1,650. Despite desperately adding collateral to try to save their position, they were completely wiped out. And it gets worse. Another whale holding 220,000 ETH narrowly avoided liquidation by depositing additional collateral, lowering their threshold to $1,119. But a different whale with 53,074 ETH is now facing imminent liquidation if prices drop below $1,495. These cascading liquidations have pushed the ETH-BTC ratio below 0.02, its lowest level in 5 years. This signals a fundamental shift in market perception toward Bitcoin as the safer asset. Now here's something bizarre happening amidst all this chaos. While the broader market bleeds, Fartcoin, yes, Fartcoin, has surged 12% to 51 cents, reaching a market cap of $511 million on strong volume. This remarkable resilience during extreme market stress has pushed it to hash 121 by market cap, highlighting that even during market-wide capitulation, specific narratives can still attract capital. Let's talk about what to watch for in the coming days. April 10th, China's 34% retaliatory tariffs take effect April 11th. U.S. CPI data release ongoing, ETH liquidation risk if prices drop below $1,495. Unknown, potential emergency Fed action. The market stands at a critical juncture. Our analysis suggests 3 possible scenarios. Base case, 40% probability. Continued downward pressure with selective sector recovery. Bearish case, 50% probability. Accelerated decline, 15 to 25% further correction. Bullish case, 10% probability. V-shaped recovery if we see diplomatic de-escalation or Fed intervention. So what should you be doing right now? First, avoid excessive leverage. The ETH liquidation cascade is a stark reminder of what happens when positions get underwater. Second, consider increasing your stablecoin reserves to at least 25 to 30%. This gives you buying power if we see further drops. Third, if you're still bullish long-term, Bitcoin is showing remarkable strength compared to altcoins. This suggests a flight to quality within crypto. Finally, watch those key technical levels, $74,000 for Bitcoin and $1,460 for Ethereum. Breaking below these could trigger another leg down. This is exactly why we deliver these Crypto Pulse updates every 12 hours. to help you navigate these volatile markets with confidence. If you found this analysis valuable, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to catch our next update. The next 72 hours will be critical, and we'll be monitoring developments around the clock. Remember, the biggest wealth transfers happen during times of extreme fear and volatility. Stay calm, stick to your strategy, and manage your risk carefully. This is Alex from Moonward Capital. Stay ahead of the crowd, and I'll see you in our next update.